Okay, chat. So I was not planning on responding to Gaming Otter again. Honestly, after the last stream reaction where they full on crashed out because I reacted to their whole stream with Boblax and stuff like that, I didn't think I'd hear from them again. But yet here we are. They've made a video directly, basically responding to me. And they've also made a series of tweets that I gotta be honest, kind of fucking pissed me off. But we'll get into that in a little bit later. I don't want to get ahead of myself. So this video is titled, Tipster, Stop Being a Coward and Listen. This guy doesn't get it. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to interact with you. I just want you to... Okay, chat, how many times do I have to tell you that, I've told this guy numerous times to leave me alone, and he just doesn't understand boundaries. He just won't do it. So, he just keeps proving my point that he's a parasocial weirdo freak that doesn't understand boundaries with every action he takes. So, this video is 10 minutes long. Let's just jump right into it. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. Nick here, or Luigi, giving out the L's, particularly to one person, to Tipster. But if I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to be upfront with
guys, I'm about to catch an L from the Gaming Otter. The Gaming Otter is about to dish out one hell of an L towards me, chat. Oh boy.
you, if I'm going to be giving Tipster an L, I'm also going to be showing you how to give the W, the win. Or I guess the Wario, but I don't have that hat. But maybe he already has it, but because he thinks he knows all the
I don't understand. You're gonna give me an L or you're gonna give me a W? I'm so confused.
answers when he doesn't. And the sad part is that Tipster, I really wish that you would stop being a coward. So we're going to get into it.
What is cowardly about anything I've done at this point? I don't see anything cowardly. I've made it very crystal fucking clear to you. I've established a boundary with you numerous fucking times over the course of several years at this point. And all you've done is disrespect that boundary multiple fucking times. And I don't know how many times I need to tell you, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. You're starting to look like a creepy fucking weirdo. And you've been so creepy up to this point that, considering you're in my backyard, basically, you're here in SoCal, not far from where I live, I'm seriously considering getting a restraining order on you. Because you've expressed interest in coming to my home in your last live stream, the same live stream where you were saying some creepy shit about fantasizing about my tip and asking if I want your tip and shit like that, making me genuinely uncomfortable. I don't know if there's something wrong with your brain where you just don't process what somebody's telling you, but I'm going to say it again because I know you're going to watch this, okay? I know you're going to watch this. Leave me the fuck alone. You're a freak. You're a parasocial, clingy fucking weirdo, and you're a creep. Just leave me alone, okay? And it just seems like you've played yourself throughout this whole situation because you're bringing a lot of unnecessary attention towards yourself, and suddenly all your ops have come out of the woodwork to come at that ass. So you're not doing yourself any favors.
To it right now. So, right, what happened? So Josh, Bo Blacks, and I hung out at VidCon. We had a good time. I really liked meeting someone from online. What's really sad is that Tipster keeps saying parasocial as if he knows what a parasocial relationship is. But what
I mean, literally, what you do to pretty much everyone you've ever interacted with is a parasocial relationship. Because it never fails. Anytime I call you out for anything, whether it's telling you on Twitter to leave me alone, whether it's these streams or, whatever the case may be, I can't begin to tell you how many people will reach out to me and tell me, yeah, I had a creepy, weird, experience with this guy as well. I won't out the creator who reached out to me most recently, but I just yesterday had a conversation with another creator where they're like, yeah, I had a weird interaction with them too. I was doing a gaming stream and they demanded to call into my stream and I was nice and I let them call in, and then they trauma dumped a bunch of shit that was really out of fucking place in regards to the content of the stream. So dude, So many people have had experiences like this with you. Um, you're just all you're doing is proving my point. All the things that I've accused you of doing, you're literally proving my point on numerous occasions.
But what he doesn't know is that parasocial isn't exactly unhealthy unless you make it unhealthy. And
Yes, and you make it unhealthy. When your type of parasocial relationship results in people feeling genuinely fucking uncomfortable, like you've done to so many people, then at that point it's unhealthy. And maybe you need to reevaluate the way you interact with people.
and the thing is that Josh and I were very healthy. We met each other.
He wants you to confront him in person. I don't want to be in the same room with this person. I don't want this guy to feed me like he fed Bo Blacks. I don't want to talk to this guy on Discord. I don't even want to talk to this guy in fucking DMs. Just leave me the fuck alone. Okay? I've already blocked you, and you guys will see in a second why I finally blocked them. Which is like, they weren't supposed to be unblocked in the first place, but when I did the last segment with them, I unblocked them because it just made it easier to like show like their tweets like on the screen and stuff like that. It's just like the browser that I use. Sometimes when you keep a browser tab idle for too long, it'll refresh, and then like if you have somebody blocked, then it does that whole thing where like it hides it. You have to unhide it. It's just like a mess. It's kind of like, a hassle to deal with when you're trying to show something on stream. So I unblocked them. It was supposed to be temporary, and then like I forgot to unblock them or reblock them rather after the stream, and so they ended up like responding to me again on like Twitter, and like fucking they just don't understand. Just leave me alone, dude.
At the convention, he was very vulnerable with me. I was very vulnerable with Josh. We were open about our feelings, and it was a beautiful friendship. Tipster decided to take that and make it toxic. How did he do that? He made a video almost.
How was I the one that made it toxic? You guys were literally like trauma bonding over your mutual hatred for me in this fucking stream. You guys did a YouTube short where you guys were eating burritos and talking about how like fucking fat I am and how like you wanted to feed me menudo and shit like that. And then on the live stream that was an hour long, you guys mentioned me 34 fucking times, okay? And you like repeatedly commented on like my weight and all kinds of different shit. Like, you're the one that made it toxic. The only reason why I talked about it in the first place is because it was like two people having this like crossover interaction that I never would have expected even knew each other. And like you two were like both awkwardly trauma bonding over like your prior like issues with me. Like it seemed like a really funny thing that I thought like, hey, this would be like really funny content or whatever, to just kind of see these guys like repeatedly talk about me because they're like, I don't know, they fucking hate me or whatever. And like I don't know, like whoa, it's fucking weird.
4 hours. You
I
reacted
don't even know what to say. I'm like so flustered. Like, Jesus.
to me for 4 hours, dude, saying how much you didn't like us being friends because it was.
I didn't even say that. I didn't even say that I don't like them being friends. I don't care if they're friends. I just feel like it was just weird. This whole like they're interacting with each other and they're like fucking like the whole time they're just like, well, not the whole time. To be fair, it wasn't the whole time. I'd say about 20% of the time they couldn't keep my name out of their fucking mouths.
Fake. Well, I'm sorry our friendship is too fake for you. But we don't need your approval for our friendship because we're friends and we like.
I mean, if you guys want to be two like obsessed freaks like hanging out together, like go for it. I don't fucking give a shit.
being friends. But I'm so sorry that you could not be friends with Josh. But it's okay, Tipster. You can take.
If anything, then that was making it creepy and toxic. So he was trying to rizz up Bo Blacks. I mean, look, as much as it was like fun to kind of like, meme about that, whatever, I'm not gonna, speculate on like whether or not he was like legitimately trying to like rizz up Bo Blacks or some shit like that. It's funny to meme about or whatever, but like the whole thing was just a really weird social interaction between two people who have a mutual dislike of me, and they were literally like bonding over their dislike of me. And it was just funny to watch like Bo Blacks, try to like engage with this person while all they could do for the majority of the stream is just talk about themselves. Like it's insane.
Your L, but I'm going to show you how to take the W. I'm going to explain to you. So apparently, Augie RFC like joined in the chat. And yes, I know Nicholas Diorio does not like Josh, but you know, I saw Tipster make another video about me, and to be quite frankly, I'm not even going to watch it. I'm sorry, Tipster. I don't want to waste my time with you.
I highly doubt that at this point because, like in the last stream, you said you weren't going to address me again, and here we have an entire video dedicated specifically to me. So, like at this point, like I doubt that you're probably gonna watch it. You're probably gonna watch this reaction, and then you're gonna end up responding again because I don't know. You're a glutton for punishment.
So you can do whatever you want, but you really need to listen to me if you think I'm
No,
really.
I don't. I don't need to listen to you at all. I don't want to waste my time with you, says the man who's been obsessed with Tipster for years. Literally! Literally. The funny thing is, like, okay, so we had our falling out back in 2021, shortly after my friend Apollo Legend passed away. I explained this story before, but I'll kind of summarize as best as I possibly can. After my friend Apollo Legend passed away, may he rest in peace. As a lot of you guys know, he took his life because of some health issues he was dealing with. But basically, shortly after that, we had a situation in my community that was brought to my attention by the Gaming Otter and like a couple of my mods or like members of my community. They let me know, hey, there's a member of the community. They've expressed interest in like engaging in self harm. So we did the best we could do to gather their personal information. Once we got their personal information, we called in a wellness check. Now, if you're running a community Discord server, that's all you can do. There's literally nothing else you can do. Like, the best thing you can do is if you can find a way to get their contact information, call in a wellness check, and then that at that point it's out of your hands, right? So we did that, and that should have been the end of it. But Gaming Otter here starts blowing up my DMs about how we haven't done enough and how we need to do more to try and help this person. And I try to explain to them the best we can do is call in a wellness check. We've already done that. It's in God's hands now. And their response to me, and I'm paraphrasing because it's it's been several years at this point, but they basically insinuated that I don't care about people's mental health and I should know better and I should do better after what happened to Apollo Legend. Basically trying to use my friend's death to like basically get some kind of own or like to spite me or something like that in that moment. And it pissed me off so fucking much that we got into a voice call together. We had a very heated interaction. And then I ended up like blocking them and banning them everywhere. So I didn't hear from them for like a year or two. And then a year or two after that, they showed up again as this like Gaming Otter person. And they've been like trying to get my attention all this fucking time. And for the most part, I've just kind of been ignoring them. Every once in a while, they'll post a response to one of my tweets that's like really inappropriate. And I'll kind of call them on it. But like, for years, I've been telling them, like, just leave me alone. I just don't want to interact with you. And the words leave me alone, they just don't understand what it means, I guess, because they keep coming back like some sick fucking like dog that got dumped by their owner on the countryside, and they keep desperately crawling back trying to come home and try to be accepted by their owner again even after they already dumped it. Like, it's literally like that. Dude, listen to me carefully. I will speak directly into the mic so you can fucking hear me. Leave me alone. You're a weirdo. You're a freak. You're a parasocial clingy dipshit. And I want you to leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to meet you IRL. I don't want to be best buddies with you. None of these things are fucking happening. I'm just going to tell you again, leave me the fuck alone. Okay? Just leave me alone. In fact, this will be the last time I respond to one of your stupid fucking videos. And unlike you, I actually mean that. So you can throw your little bitch bits on other live streams. You can create other videos and moan and complain about me or whatever the fuck you want. But you have been a parasocial freak that has been on my ass for years at this point after numerous times of me telling you to leave me the fuck alone. Get off my fucking dick, bro.
I'm even going to watch your content ever again.
Oh, he's not going to watch my content again. Oh. Damn it. That hurts so much. Actually, I really don't give a shit.
Truth. So it's really nice you want to stand up for the LGBTQ, but let me tell you something about the LGBTQ. The LGBTQ is not going to respect a man who basically tears down his own community. What do I mean?
Is he really playing the LGBTQ card? Is he really playing the LGBTQ card? Are you fucking kidding me right now, bro? None of my criticism for you has had anything to do with the fact that you're gay. None of my criticism directed at you has been insulting you because you're gay. I've been critical of you because, again, I repeatedly tell you, leave me the fuck alone, and you won't do it. Do you understand what boundaries are? Do you understand what it means when somebody tells you, I just want to be left alone? Just don't come near me. Don't talk to me. Don't try to reach out to me. Just none of that. Just leave me alone. Okay? Like you're a freak. Okay? If somebody tells you to leave you alone, leave them alone, and you keep doing it anyway, you're a fucking freak. All right? And it's not because you're gay. And I've never even been critical of like Bo Blacks because they're gay either. Or like not gay, sorry, non-binary. I've never been critical of Bo Blacks for their gender identity either. In fact, despite all the things that they've done to me that have been really shitty, I've been supportive of their gender identity. Okay? Never mind the fact that Bo Blacks fucking harassed me for 2 fucking years because of my advocacy for LGBTQ plus causes and the fact that I came out as pansexual. They literally harassed me relentlessly for those fucking things. And then when they came out as non-binary, it's like, look, we have our differences, but, you know, good luck on your gender journey. Not once in this whole situation have I attacked anyone for their LGBTQ identity. You fucking asshole.
I mean, attacking people that are non-binary, gay, and then makes arguments that we don't represent the community. So that's...
When did I say they don't represent the community? This is like the last time we reacted to one of their streams and they were saying I was being ableist when that wasn't fucking true? When have I attacked somebody for their LGBTQ identity and then said that they're not like representative of the community? I never said that. The fuck?
That's the sad part about you, Tipster. So let me really get into it to show you about the W instead of the L. So here's how you can take the W.
I don't need advice from you on how to take W's because you're a walking fucking L and you can't give any advice on how to fucking take W's, bro.
Okay. So personally, I think you guys, Nicholas DiOrio, Bo Blacks, RGRFC, Tipster, maybe even Josh. No, not Josh Pescator. No, I'm not even going to talk about Josh Pescator.
What the fuck does Josh Pescator have to do with this?
He needs to DM me or whatever. But let me tell you something, you guys. So let's go into it. Bo Blacks, Tipster, Nicholas DiOrio, RGRFC. You guys need to stop fighting with each other. You guys need to have an open conversation, sit down at a table, actually be friends, okay? And actually have a conversation. Because if
I'm not friends with any of these people anymore, nor do I want to be. For the most part, I'm civil. Like, I'm on good terms at this point with, like, Nick, in terms of, like, we're not fighting anymore or anything. We pretty much put the past behind us, and it's just kind of, we're not friends, but we're, like, cordial with each other. Even to some degree, even with Augie, like, I'm somewhat cordial with him in that regard, too. But, like, I'm not friends with these people. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not really interested in becoming friends with them either. Who knows, maybe things can change down the line, but at this moment in time, I'm not really interested in that, and I'm certainly not interested in being friends with Bo Blacks, considering how much of a piece of shit they've been to me. But like, you're acting like nobody's tried to sit down with Bo Blacks and have a conversation with him. There's an entire live stream where like Bo Blacks was given an opportunity. It was actually on Augie's stream. Despite my personal feelings about Augie, like Augie invited Bo Blacks on a stream to take accountability for the things that they've done wrong, all the lying and all the dishonesty and all the bullshit. Take accountability for it and potentially, make amends. And Bo Blacks found a way to fuck it up just like they do everything else. So you're acting like nobody's tried to resolve anything with Bo Blacks, and you're acting like Bo Blacks is just this sweet baby angel who hasn't done anything wrong, and it's just not fucking true. You're living in like a fantasy land right now where Bo Blacks is just a sweet angel who's never done anything wrong to anybody. And I hope for your sake that he never fucks you over the way he has everybody else and lies about you or is dishonest about you, because then, you know, when you end up in them shoes, nobody's gonna feel fucking bad for you because it's like, hey, everybody's just being mean to Bow Blacks, and you know, it's just really messed up. It's like, no, you're just totally off base here. And I hope for your sake you don't end up in the shoes of everybody else that Bow Blacks has fucked over.
Because if you can't do that, then you've basically admitted that you're incapable of being a human being.
You're incapable of being a human being if you don't want to associate with somebody who's been a dishonest little shit. What? That seems like a perfectly, one in the chat if you agree with this statement that I'm about to make. That seems like a perfectly normal human response. If somebody repeatedly lies to you and is repeatedly dishonest in regards to you and does all kinds of like really fucked up, shady, snaky shit, I think it's a perfectly normal response to not want to fuck with that person anymore, to not want to associate with that person anymore. Like, am I wrong? Am I the crazy one here, chat, and thinking that that's a pretty normal feeling? That if somebody fucks you over and lies to you, that you don't want to associate with them anymore? Like, am I the crazy one here?
It's just the truth. So, look, I'm going to defend Bo Blacks, Josh, because he's really a good person.
Look, I've made the mistake of defending people that I didn't need to defend before in the past, too, and you're about to make that exact same mistake, so good luck, buddy. Best of luck to you.
And I stand by that. So I know what people say about it online. I've seen everything, and I'm just like, you know what? There's always going to be misunderstanding and mistakes. And you know what, Tipster? You've made a lot of misunderstanding and mistakes. But what's sad is you're looking at the skeletons in your closet, and you're thinking your skeletons are fine, when I have my own, and you don't even know my life offline. You think you know everything about me.
I don't want to know your life offline. I think I've pretty much established this at this point, that I have no interest whatsoever in having a personal relationship with you of any kind. You know? I don't know your life. I don't care to know your life. And I want nothing to do with you.
Let me tell you something, Tipster. Have you ever been in an abusive relationship? Have you ever been hit so hard where you thought you were going to be dead?
What does that have to do with any of this? I want to preface this by saying that, like, you know, I saw the mention of you being in an abusive relationship in your GoFundMe. I don't really know what the context of it was in relation to the GoFundMe, but in any case, if you were with an ex-partner that was abusive to you, I'm sorry about that. I even saw like the statements that were made by your ex-partner recently. And you know, I could have easily done like so many other drama YouTubers are probably going to do and run with that story and make tons of content out of it. But I didn't do it because, like, I don't know your relationship with your ex. I don't know what happened. You say it was abusive. And if it was abusive, I'm genuinely sorry that happened to you. Like, I'm legitimately sorry that happened to you. Nobody deserves to be abused, okay? And you have my empathy in that regard. But what does your abuse have to do with any of this? What does your abuse have to do with you falsely accusing me of shitting on people for being LGBTQ? Falsely accusing me of being ableist to people? Like, that has no relation to this at all. Again, I'm genuinely sorry if that's true and that happened to you. No one should have to go through that, including you. But that has nothing to do with any of this.
No? I just feel sorry.
Also, you don't know if I've ever dealt with abuse in my life or anything like that. That's my business. And if I ever want to discuss something like that, then that's my choice to discuss that. But, like, again, what does that have to do with this situation?
Tipster, because you think you know someone's life when you don't.
I don't want to know your life. How many times do I gotta tell you that I don't want to be your friend? I don't want to be your buddy. I don't want to hang out with you. I want to be the furthest away from you as I possibly can.
See, that's the sad part about you, Tipster. You don't have the tip. You've got small tip energy.
He's talking about my tip again. Oh my god, like, this guy, okay, this guy isn't doing himself any favors. I've repeatedly talked about like how he's like creepy and like clingy and like just like really weird, and like everything he's done up to this point has literally just proven everything I've said about him. Literally everything. Could you please stop talking about my tip? I know we've joked about it before in my community, but when it comes from you, it just comes off as really fucking weird. And it genuinely just makes me really fucking uncomfortable. Just like stop. Like you're bordering on like sexual harassment at this point.
You've got like, this is your tip right now. Like, it's actually like receiving
Stop! Oh my god, I didn't pre-watch this. Like I seen a little bit of it, but like stop. What the fuck?
back into its own body. That's what's happening to you, tipster. It's like, I mean, I promised I wouldn't give you an L, but you keep asking me to, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to let you know something, tipster.
I haven't caught any L's in this situation. You have, because you just keep proving my point about you. You keep making yourself look like a creepy freak.
I will be in SoCal for a while, and I want to meet you.
I don't want to meet you. I said it in my last fucking stream. I'm saying it in this one now. I don't want to meet you. Get it into your thick fucking head. I want to be left alone by you. I've already blocked you at this point. Okay? I don't want to meet you. I don't want to talk to you. Don't come to my house. If you do, I'll call the cops. Stop it. Fucking stop it.
Gently do. You don't have to be friends with me. We don't
Good,
even
I don't
have
want
to be enemies. That's the best part. Personally, I don't even consider you a horrible person, but apparently you love me so much you want to make videos about me all the time.
I've literally only talked about this. Like initially, it was just the Bo Blacks thing. I thought it was like a funny thing that we can have a few laughs at or whatever. And then like, so he's trying to insinuate I'm obsessed because I've done a handful of like videos about him, like a couple of streams. But like this guy has literally followed me on the internet for years. I met this guy in 2018. I had a falling out with him in 2021. And I told him at that time in 2021, leave me alone. Stay the fuck away from me. Okay? And ever since then, he won't stop following me everywhere. He's even gone as far as to have his brother reach out to me on Instagram on one occasion. He wants to act like I'm the obsessed one, but like literally he hasn't left me alone for years, chat. Do the math. Okay? 2021 till now. Hasn't left me alone.
So,
You're
anyway,
a cyber stalking weirdo freak, dude. Just, you should be in a fucking padded room at this point.
Menudo with you. I don't have a lot of money, but I guess I'll buy you a bowl. But you'll have to let me.
I don't want. I sound like a broken fucking record at this point. I don't understand how many times I have to tell this dude, no, I'm not meeting you for anything. You're just going to leave me alone.
You.
Or I'm going to call the cops on you because you're making me uncomfortable.
You're probably not.
If you show up to my house, I will call the cops on you.
Handle that. So I know you think you can feed yourself, but you know, in New Jersey, we pump our own gas. Did you know that? We pump our own gas in New Jersey. So I think you can feed yourself.
Do you think we don't pump our own gas in California? We pump our own gas here too. What does that even... Does he not know that Californians pump their own gas too? Like, what?
But, you know, there's no shame in being fed. There is none. I worked at a hospital for 4 years. So
I don't think there's any shame in being fed. I just don't want to be fed by you. Like, if Bobby's comfortable being fed by you, then whatever. It's kind of cringy, but like, it's whatever. Like, you guys do you, but I don't want to be anywhere near you. I don't want to be in the same room as you. I don't want to be in the same county as you.
And I'm really sorry people make the fat jokes to you, but you want to know something tipsy?
Wait! Hold up! Hold the fucking phone! Hold on a second, chat. This fucking guy said he's sorry people make fat jokes about me, which personally, I don't mind them. I'm fat. Like it is what it is. I'm a fat guy, okay? I overate and I let myself get like this, okay? It is what it is. I'm trying to lose the weight. Admittedly, I'm not doing so well, but I'm trying to lose the weight. But no, I'm a big guy. Like, it comes with the territory. If you put yourself out on the internet in front of an audience and you're a big dude, people are going to make fun of you for being big. But don't give me this bullshit that you feel bad at for people making fun of my weight when you did that shit too. You were talking about, like, when you were eating burritos with Bo Blacks about, no wonder Tipster's so fat, huh, huh, huh. And you were, like, talking to Bo Blacks about how, like, I look so out of shape because I'm fat. And, like, don't act like you're above it, dude. You want to make up some bullshit about how I've been fucking with you and Bo Blacks and making fun of you both because you're a members of the LGBTQ community when I myself am a member of this community as well. And not once have I made fun of you guys for that. And you're going to try and make up some bullshit about how I've been ableist to you and Bo Blacks when that's not fucking true either. And now you're going to act like you're above, like, fat, shaming or whatever when you've been doing it to me this whole fucking time. Come on. You act like we haven't seen you do it. You literally have. And I don't even care. Like, if you want to make fun of me for being fat, go ahead. Make fun of me for being fat. It's whatever. Like I said, it comes with the territory. But don't act like you're above it when you've literally engaged in it numerous times throughout this whole ordeal. Fucking idiot.
Hipster when it comes to that. I'm a chubby chaser, so I actually kind of like fat guys. But
Okay, so he owns it. He owns it. This is why he's obsessed with me. I made a joke in a previous stream about him wanting me to be his big gay bear, and like it seems like I was right. He wanted me to be his big gay bear, and that's why he's mad because I'm not his. I'm sorry, dude. It's just like you're just not my type. Okay, you're really clingy. You're really weird. You make me very uncomfortable, and just like you're just not my type. Okay. Not to mention the fact that I'm married.
Thanks for the sub.
I'm married and I'm in a monogamous relationship.
Lady
So I'm not
Zubat
exactly on the
became a
market anyway.
subscriber. Finally, after years, I've been subbed for 12 months. Can't do it all the time, but I'll try when I can.
Thank you very much for the sub. I do appreciate it, Zubat. Thank you.
I really don't like fat
But yeah, like I was saying, like I'm married, so I'm not even on the market anyway.
guys with big egos that are just so nasty they think they're better than other people.
Okay. To anybody in my chat who's, been a long time viewer of mine, there's a few of you here. Am I somebody who has a big ego? Like, especially to people like, Chasing Dopamine, who's good friends with me and talks to me in private. Like, I know normally people like don't admit this sort of thing publicly, but I kind of like wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a very insecure person. Okay, I'm insecure about my appearance. I'm insecure about, the content I put out. Like, I'm a very, very insecure person. So, like, this, like, analysis that I'm, like, some fat dude with an ego, it's just not me. I feel like because this is clearly a person who's got a very narcissistic personality and thinks way too highly of themselves. Whenever I hear like Gaming Otter's analysis of myself, it just feels like projection. I mean, other than like the fat stuff, obviously, because they seem like a pretty fit person. But outside of like, making fun of my weight, it seems like they really truly are just like projecting a lot of their own like feelings onto me. Am I wrong to feel that way?
It's no different than if you're a Catholic person who thinks they're better than other people.
I've been a Nick Diorio follower for a long time, new here. Even I know you don't have an ego. Yeah, I've always been, like, even when I was a content creator at my peak and I was doing really well and I was getting like a hell of a lot more viewership than I get now and whatnot, I've always been a very insecure person. Now I'll admit, like when I was, a semi-successful content creator, I was doing the whole fake it till you make it at times. So there may have been times where it came off as me having an ego. But like inside, if I'm being completely honest with you, no. I'm very, very insecure. And I'm not afraid to admit it. Bro, you are the least egotistical person I've met. I'm going to you're going to pick up some food. All right, enjoy your meal. Let me know what you get. Might help me decide what I'm going to do for dinner.
A vegetarian that thinks they're better than other people, an atheist that thinks they're better than other people, and more specifically, you that thinks they're better than me because you don't know my life like I know mine. So if you're...
I don't think I'm better than you. I just think you're fucking weird. I never said I was better than you, nor do I think I'm better. I just think you're fucking weird. And I think you don't understand what it means when somebody says, stop, leave me alone. Okay?
If you're going to try to cut me down with your tip, you might want to look at mine.
Stop talking about my fucking tip, bro! It's weird to me because, like, you know, we joke about, like, we have a lot of, like, sexual humor in my community, and we like to joke about stuff like that all the time. But there's just something, like, I've had people, you know, make references to my tip to me before, and it's all funny and stuff, but just, like, the way he says it makes me genuinely uncomfortable. Could you please stop? I feel like I'm being sexually harassed.
Mine, because I've got the bigger tip. So
I don't. Oh, stop!
next time, tipster, you want to come at me with your tip, why don't you try starting a conversation? Why
You know what? I'm not going to make the comment because he's making me uncomfortable by making similar. I'm not going to make the comment. But it seems like he wants what he's referring to more than he thinks I want it.
try doing that? You know, I'm really sorry that a Paul legend passed away 5 years ago.
Oh, fuck no. So it wasn't even like, we're going to show some tweets a little while ago where he brings up my friend who passed away. You know, the friends whose death, like, basically resulted in me telling this guy to fuck off, like, initially. There's some tweets where he brings up my friend as well, and it pissed me the fuck off. So it wasn't even just the tweets. He did it in the video too.
That hurt me to the core. And I'm sorry what I said to you, because it was regarding Kobana money and how much I worried about him. But you need to get
Wait, Kobana money? Is that the person who was... Damn. See, like, this has been so long, I don't even remember the name of the person who, like, we were trying to, like, get help or whatever. I didn't even remember that. Is that who it was? Zubat, you were around at that time. Is that who it was? The person who was, you know, thinking of doing self-harm?
your head out of here.
Or is he, like, mixing it up with somebody? Because I thought it was, like, a member of, like, our community, like, our Discord server. Can't remember, honestly. I don't know. Well, it doesn't really matter who it was. At the end of the day, it was somebody that people were concerned that they were going to self-harm, and we called a wellness check for them.
And you need to just accept it, that we couldn't save him, okay? That sucks. But the drama...
You're going to tell me that, like, I can't accept that we couldn't... Wait, did the Kobana money person, like, end up harming themselves? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that back then, like, we called in a wellness check, and, like, that's all we can do. And this guy was up my ass as if I didn't care and I wasn't doing enough to, like, help them. It's like, we called a wellness check. There's nothing else we can do.
Drama community, the commentary community, all of you guys need to bootstraps together and have a conversation. That's not hard to do. You don't have to pull your bootstraps to go to a 9 to...
He's, like, talking as if I'm friends with these guys, and I'm not.
5, pushing 300-pound people at a Las Vegas airport in 130 degrees heat. If you do that, then come back and see me.
Wait, what did he say? I'm so confused.
A conversation. That's not hard to do. You don't have to pull your bootstraps to go to a 9 to 5, pushing 300-pound people at a Las Vegas airport in 130 degrees heat.
Oh, I'm guessing, like, he had a job doing that in the past. Well, what happened to that job? Because, like, now you're, like, struggling to, like, ask your audience for, like, money and shit. Like, you currently have a GoFundMe asking your audience for $35,000. Like, what happened to that job?
If you do that, then come back and see me. But until then, I want to see that. But you're not going to do that because you're going to collapse like I did. So, let me make it very clear again, tipster. I want to be your friend. But if you don't want to be my...
Oh my god, this guy again, he's got issues. Yeah, he literally just, like, invoked my friend's death as, like, an own on me. And can you let my friend fucking rest instead of thinking you can use their name as some kind of dunk? You fucking freak.
Be my friend, that's okay. But don't make me your enemy. Because I don't want to be your enemy.
Aiden's fans are... Oh, so he's, like... He's streaming right now and he's getting sniped by Aiden Underground. Interesting.
I'm done with you. I want to be...
I've been done with you for years. Please, please, please promise me that when you say you're done with me, you mean it. Because that's all I've wanted. That's all I've wanted since 2001. I've just wanted to be done with you. Please, for the love of God, please be done with me. I'd be so happy.
I'll be friends with you. But if you're going to make me your enemy, then I'm done with you. Plain and simple. I can't tell you how much I try to be the nicest person in the world. And I know you're just going to try to gaslight me and take me out of context like everybody always does.
This guy uses gaslight so incorrectly. Like, you want to talk about gaslighting? You falsely accused me of being ableist in one of my previous streams. You falsely accused me in this video of, like, insulting you and Boblax for being queer. When not only have I not done that, but I'm, like, queer myself. And then you basically said, like, I'm not welcome in the LGBTQ plus community. You don't get to decide that. You don't get to dictate who is a part of this community or not. The fuck?
I can't even try to be nice to anyone. Because then when I try to be sarcastic or funny, it's like people look at me like I'm the horror villain. How am I the horror villain? By pointing out the faults and the mistakes and the flaws. Because
you're the horror villain because people tell you leave me alone and you refuse.
I'm trying to help you?
I don't want your help. Oh my God. I've been telling this guy for years to just stop. He doesn't get it, chat. He doesn't understand.
The drama community seriously needs to mature and grow up.
I've never even known you to discriminate against someone for looks, ability, race, sexuality, never. Yeah, even when I was like, you know, a drama YouTuber who was like regularly doing like what I now look back on and consider like toxic content. Even back then, I never really, like, I'm not going to lie, like, I've never had a laugh at somebody's expense. I definitely have. And, like, I look back on that and I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But, like, I've never made fun of somebody because, like, you know, they're disabled, or I've never made fun of somebody because of their race or their sexual preferences or their gender identity. None of those things. Even at my most toxic, I've literally never made fun of anybody for those things. But this guy, he body shamed you like a piece of shit. Get this. I know you just showed up. Let me live gaming. He said he feels bad for me for people that fat shame me. As if he hasn't been fat shaming me for the past couple fucking days. Isn't that insane? He's trying to act like he's above it. He's literally engaged in it.
So, Tipster, you have my information.
But his boy Boblax has? Exactly! His boy Boblax spent 2 fucking years on my ass, basically mocking me for my advocacy of the LGBTQ plus community, and then when it came out that I was pansexual, mocking me for that too. Do you know that? Gaming Otter, maybe you don't know that. Maybe you haven't been around, or maybe you've been too fucked in the head to, like, remember that. But, like, you're accusing me of mocking you and Boblax for being, in your case, gay, and in his case, non-binary. Sorry, I'm getting so flustered right now. Boblax is non-binary, and you're gay, and you're accusing me of mocking you for those things, which I have never done. But your buddy Boblax literally harassed me for 2 fucking years. 2 fucking years. Because I advocate for the rights of LGBTQ people and because I myself am pansexual. But I'm the bad guy who supposedly makes fun of people for being queer. Okay, my guy.
Why don't you unblock me a little and stop being a coward? So, I don't know what else.
No. Because anytime I have you unblocked, like, we're going to take a look at some tweets in a second. I mentioned this earlier in the stream where, like, I unblocked them so I can show you guys some tweets before on my previous stream, and I forgot to reblock them. So they started interacting with my tweets again after I've already said numerous times, leave me alone, stay away from me. They started doing it again because I forgot to reblock them. No, you're blocked now, and you're going to stay that way because I don't want to fuck with you. Okay? We're not cool. We're not buddies. We're not besties. We're not even Twitter moots. Just leave me alone.
I don't know what else more to say to you, Tipster.
I genuinely feel like a broken record here because I have to keep telling this guy, leave me the fuck alone. Okay? You guys are my witnesses here, chat. I've told this guy numerous times for 3 fucking days now, leave me alone. He's literally proving my point with each passing day. And apparently he's like crashing out about me on stream again as we speak.
Josh is a good person.
No,
Maybe
he's
you should
not.
try actually using your heart instead of using.
I literally, you want to talk about using my heart? You want to talk about using my heart? After Boblax lied to multiple people and lied about multiple people about various different things, and he was getting attacked for those things, being criticized for those things legitimately, but also getting attacked for being non-binary and for dabbling in sex work. Despite how horrible he was to me, I had such a heart that I reached out to him and tried to have some level of empathy for him. And not once, but multiple times, he took issue with, like, things that I would say that were valid criticisms of him, and he would go back on things that he had apologized to me for. And like, the last straw for me was him apologizing to me for all the harassment he did towards me for the past 2 years, talking about how he regrets it. And then he goes on some other streamer's stream and reminisces on his harassment of me as if it was good times. That two-faced little shit. So don't talk to me about having a heart and like having empathy for people when I literally was kind to Boblax when he didn't fucking deserve it.
Because you don't have one. So, I'm sorry. It has to be said. So, I really don't know how else to proceed this video. It is going to be monetized because I do need money. Sorry, I'm broke. So, hey.
How are you going to VidCon if you're broke? How are you treating Boblax to like a meal like flan and like burritos and Mexican Cokes and buying gifts for Boblax and shit like that when you're broke? And then now apparently they're going to Disneyland today, even though they're broke. Meanwhile, they have a GoFundMe that they've shared on their YouTube channel where they're asking for $35,000, but they can go to Disneyland and VidCon and all that shit even though they're broke. What?
Tipster, next time you want to give the tip, maybe you should
Stop talking about my fucking tip, bro.
take a tip. How about try starting a conversation instead of talking about someone behind their back? So,
I don't want to have a conversation with you. How many times do I have to say it before you get it? I'm going to have to get a restraining order on this guy, ain't I? One in the chat if you think I'm going to have to get a restraining order on this guy because he just doesn't understand. I feel like I'm going to wake up one day and I'm going to hear the doorbell ring and this motherfucker's going to be on my doorstep. Dear Lord.
that's how you did your drama. You talked about us behind her back. It's just sad. It really is. So.
Bro. Before I even know, he wants to talk about talking behind people's backs or whatever. Before I even knew this live stream with him and Boblax existed, they literally bonded with each other over me while having burritos, talking about how fat I am, right? And multiple times, we counted it, 34 times mentioning me on his fucking stream with Boblax. So you can't talk about talking shit behind someone's back because before I even knew this stream with you and Boblax existed, you two were talking shit about me on that stream. And here's the thing. I don't mind it. At the end of the day, it was funny content for me, right? It was really funny to watch people, excuse me, who were supposed to be on vacation enjoying themselves with me living rent-free in their heads when they're supposed to be having a good time. All right? So it was funny or whatever. I don't care if you talk shit about me. Say what you got to say. But don't act like you're above talking shit behind someone's back when you were literally doing that. The whole thing that started this current situation we find ourselves involved in is a live stream where you and Boblax were talking shit about me on said stream. Don't act like you're above that shit.
But don't worry. I wish you the best. But I can't help you if you're going to be this way. And no one will want to help you
I don't want your help.
if you're going to treat people like me.
I don't
It's the
want your
bottom
help.
line. And you can justify your reasoning any way you want. It's still wrong.
He talks like he thinks he's some kind of like, inspirational figure, or like I said, narcissistic, thinks very highly of himself. Bro, like, I don't mean to be a dick, but I'm just going to be honest with you. You're a nobody. You're fucking irrelevant. This video was uploaded 6 hours ago, and it's got 144 views and 20 likes. Like, I'm not going to act like I get tons of views. My channel doesn't get very many views these days either. But I don't act like I'm something higher than I am. I know that I've fallen off. I know I'm irrelevant at this point. You seem to have some kind of disconnect where you think you're some fucking e-celeb when you're not. You're just a guy who exists on the internet and apparently is broke to the point that you have to beg your audience for money, even though you somehow find money to go on trips to, get the Nintendo Switch and, get like a trip to VidCon and go to Disneyland and stuff. I don't know how does that make sense? How does that make sense? Why does this guy got to ask people for $35,000 on a GoFundMe when he's somehow finding money to go on all these trips and shit? I don't get it.
I don't care what you have to say. I don't want to listen
You don't care what I have to say, but from what I'm hearing from my chat, you're literally crashing out about me right now on a live stream.
to someone that talks like the way you do. And you're better than that. Tipster, you are better than that. You are so much better than you think you are. And you're putting yourself into the trash. Take yourself out of the trash and grow up, Tipster. Well, guys, that's all I have to say. Like, comment, subscribe, and make the gaming honor. And I'll say it one more time. Tipster, take yourself out of the trash.
What the fuck? What the fuck did I just watch? That was so fucking weird. Not just that, he's using that person's health as a reason to build his channel. This guy is a wrongin. This guy is what does that mean? I'm not familiar with that term. He do coke with oh my god. I don't think he does drugs. Okay, I don't think he does drugs. I wanted to show some tweets because, as I mentioned a second ago, when I was showing you guys the segment, I had unblocked him so I could easily, more easily access his tweets. I've since blocked him. Like if we refresh this page right here, we can see now that he is blocked and he's staying that way. But I forgot to block him for less than 24 hours and he was already interacting with my tweets. I tweeted this tweet that was about some game, and already, again, keep in mind, multiple times throughout all this coverage, I've talked about how I just want this guy to leave me alone. And as soon as he gets an opportunity to respond to one of my tweets, going to Disneyland today, you think there will be any dinosaurs there? I don't want you in my replies. I don't want you in my comment section. I don't want you in my live stream chat. I don't want to hang out with you and have menudo. I don't want any of that. I want you as far the fuck away from me as you can possibly be. So I quote tweeted this and I said, 1, how can you afford to go to Disneyland when 2 weeks ago you launched a GoFundMe to ask your audience for $35,000? 2, how many times do I need to tell you to leave me the fuck alone before you leave me the fuck alone? You're a clingy parasocial freak. Get off my dick, bro. Now, I feel like most people at that point, it's like, okay, this is a pretty big call out. Like, maybe I should just stop. I feel like the average person would have stopped by now. But like, at the very least, I feel like this would be the wake-up call. Like, okay, maybe I should just let this go. But no. They said they're only going to downtown Disney. Here is a tip. I don't need your tip. Talk to the person instead of making... I don't want to talk to you. Talk to the person instead of making assumptions. Friend, I am staying. Took me for free. I guess, like you said, I have Riz. I said, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to eat food with you. I don't want to meet you IRL. I want you to leave me alone. You are only proving my point by continuing to engage me when I've told you numerous times that I don't want to talk to you, you fucking freak. This tweet right here pissed me off. And after I responded to this one, I ended up blocking them. Oh, it boils my blood just looking at the text on the screen. To quote your late friend Apollo Legend, keep my fucking friend's name out of your fucking mouth. Let my friend rest. You've used his name to try to get a dunk on me? Enough, motherfucker. Stop mentioning my fucking friend. Let him rest. You piece of shit. To quote your late friend Apollo Legend, this is a logical fallacy. You unblock me to act like you're not afraid, yet you're playing defensive. Like you are a king. You do not have the high ground. Learn to be a better person. That's the tip. To which I responded, you tell me to be a better person while you use my friend's death to try and get an own. This is literally the same reason you were originally banned from my community. Keep my friend's name out of your fucking mouth and go fuck yourself, you creepy stalker freak. How dare this piece of shit use my friend's name like that? And they've done it numerous times at this point. Between the original thing that caused issues with us, where they brought up my friend's name like that, you know, back in 2021, to like these tweets, and then now like this video as well, that's 3 fucking times they've used my friend's name to try and get a dunk on me. Stop mentioning my fucking friend. My friend is not a weapon for you to wield. Let him fucking rest, you piece of shit. Now, apparently he's like, you know, fucking losing his shit on a live stream right now. Is that the understanding?
And I'll finally find out what happens to Solid as it gets warm.
How far back was the crash out?
Guys, we only gay baited you. That's. Are you a streamer?
No, but I follow. Are you on TikTok?
I'm on YouTube.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I always watch the.
How
Aiden,
far back was the
you're gonna
crash
have to
out?
approach the wall. Bad person, good person, bad person, good. I don't know what to believe right now. I'm telling you the truth.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't fucking care what they had to say on the stream. I'm going to say this one more time, okay? All right? I've already blocked you. Just leave me alone. I don't want to react to your content anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Just leave me alone. Stop trying to propose that you and I, you know, meet up together and have a meal together and like have a conversation. The conversation is not happening. It's not happening in person. It's not happening over Discord. We're not going to have a phone call. It's not even going to happen in fucking Twitter DMs or Twitter replies. I am going to block you and you are going to leave me the fuck alone. And if you don't, I'm just going to ignore you, and if you try to show up at my fucking house, I'm going to call the police, okay? Just stop it, okay? Everything you've done up to this point has proven everything I've said about you, that you're a fucking weirdo that clings on to people and makes people uncomfortable, that you're a clout chaser who name drops anybody you know that's noteworthy to try and get attention, and just like literally everything that I have said about you, you've proven it to be true. Just fucking stop, leave me alone, and shut the fuck up. Stop using my friend's name to try and get dunks and shit. Let my friend fucking rest, you fucking asshole. Oh, God, this guy's such a fucking weirdo.